the money that you work hard for, the money that you use to buy the things that you need, right? It's the US dollar, right?
Right.
Pennies, quarters, nickels. So show me a penny. You got $1 on you or a penny?
Yeah.
Let me see it real quick.
Bring it up.
Price said, show me it. That's good, that's good. Now, is that this right here, this Jesse Jackson?
Yeah.
This here Jesse Jackson? No, this is Andrew Jackson.
Bring it up.
This ain't Jesse Jackson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't your uncle, this ain't your papa.
Right.
This is a slave master.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, this sound like L's.
On the side where the real Jews reside, we gon' pull up. Hoary heads in them young lines when we pull up. Camp signs in the down flies when we pull up. Prophesying, casting down lies when we pull up. In the midst of tribulation, we gon' look up. Black Messiah crank the sky, whole world shook up. We ain't need trippin' cause we know we getting took up. If you don't wanna burn, come and learn, you can pull up. Drop the edit, we invading. Pull up everywhere like we calisthenic crazy.
Immanuel, do you know what we teach?
I see y'all down the street from me. Y'all be out there on the proto.
Yeah. So you stay out there?
Yeah, I stay on the Glen.
Okay. So I see you asking about stuff dealing with paperwork. Like you asking about tax and then you asking about marriage, stuff like that. So are you like into the sovereignty stuff? Or you just really want to know biblically whether or not we got to go, you know what I'm saying, through the system and get the paperwork?
Well, I mean, either work, that's very good. Whichever one you want to go through.
Okay. So how do you feel? Do you think by you getting a woman and you being like, hey God, this is my wife, you think that's enough?
Man, I ain't sure.
You say you're not sure?
Yeah, nah, I ain't sure. I mean, that's
I got you. Read Tobit chapter 7 and verse 13. So I'm gonna show you some stuff, all right? Now this is when we was in our own land. So I'm gonna make a point. Watch this.
Tobit chapter 7 and verse 13. Then he called his daughter Sarah, and she came to her father, and he took her by the hand and gave her to be wife to Tobias, saying, behold, take her after the law of Moses.
Right, so they was doing stuff according to the Bible, according to the laws of God, right? Take her according to the law of Moses. Go ahead.
And lead her away to thy father. And he blessed him, and called Edna his wife, and took paper.
Yeah, what?
Took paper.
Read.
And did write an instrument of covenants, and sealed it.
So they got paperwork, an instrument of covenants, and they got it sealed. So it was an officiated document, you understand, in order for them to be declared married. Now that's when we was in our own land. Now watch this, Sirach 42 verse 7.
Bring it out.
Sirach chapter 42 and verse 7. Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 42 and verse 7. Deliver all things in number and weight, and put all in writing.
Do what?
Put all in writing, that thou givest out or receivest in.
Right, so they go into like tax paperwork, pay stubs, things of that nature. But what we reading is for us. This is for our people.
Right.
So these are things that we did according to the customs that God ordained for us, regardless if we was under the white man or we was in our own land. Now, what do you think would happen if we did find ourselves in captivity to the white man? Do we still have the right to do things on our own, get us a crayon box and some construction paper, be like, I'm married, that's my paper? Or do you think we got to go through the person that got us in captivity?
Bring it out.
What you think? Deuteronomy 28. What you think? Okay, I got you. Deuteronomy 28 verse 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the curses is going into God's punishments upon us for our disobedience, right? So God gave us many chances He like, look, serve me, obey me. You won't have to depend on nobody else. They'll have to depend on you.
Right.
I'm going to make you the head and not the tail. But if you break my commandments, if you want to steal, kill, commit adultery, so on and so forth, this is what's going to happen to you according to my will. Just like if you got a child, right? And they get in trouble in school. They get a write-up, right? You like, all right, now look, you keep doing it, I'm going to take away this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Then they turn around, they get a suspension. You like, all right, now I got to do this, I got to do that, something light, right? Maybe. Then they turn around and get expelled. At that point, what you going to do as a parent? Is you going to throw them a party or you going to punish them? You're going to punish them, right? So this is God's punishment for us after hundreds of years, send it forth like you see what you see us doing. This is nothing new. This thousands of years old what we doing right now.
That's right.
The Lord always sent men like this to give the people a warning, like, hey, I know what you've been taught, I know what you may heard, but God said do this, don't do this. You understand? After hundreds of years of him doing this, you know what the people said? Man, I don't believe in that. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You understand that? So this is what we must go through as a punishment from God.
Right.
So he said you're going to have to do what?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
So when you get hungry, where you got to go to eat? Right, through the white folks. Whether it's a convenience store, or a grocery store, whatever the case, maybe you order from Amazon, whatever. You understand, in order to eat, you got to go through their system, right? Go ahead.
And in thirst.
Right, when you get thirsty, who you know, what black-owned water company you know that you can pay to come cut on your water and you pay your bills to a black man? That's non-existent, right? You understand? We know in order to take showers, in order to brush our teeth, in order to have drinking water, we got to go through the enemy, the man that enslaved us, correct? Go ahead.
And in nakedness.
Right, for the clothes on your back. Now you got stuff like a Cool, you got stuff like Sean John, whatever the case. You got black-owned clothing lines, but they don't grow their textile in their backyard. In order to get the fabric and the textile to produce those clothes, they still got to go through the white man. You understand? And in order to make a profit, they got to put it in a white man's retail store, JCPenney, Dillard, so on and so forth, right? And that's where we go to pick the cotton off the shelf, right? Go ahead.
And in want of all things.
So whatever is not covered in hunger, thirst, and clothes, stuff like driver's license, birth certificate, death certificate, you understand? All things that need to be done in writing, you would have to go to your enemies.
That's right.
And I'm going to show you that. Go to Luke chapter 2, verse 5. Luke chapter 2, verse 5. This is dealing with Jesus Christ's parents. All right? Read what you got.
The book of Luke, chapter 2 and verse 5. To be taxed with Mary.
Start at 4.
Verse 4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea.
So Joseph is Jesus' daddy, right? He had to rise up out of Galilee and head down to Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child.
So Jesus' daddy had to file taxes with his wife. You understand that? Now give me what Christ said, Luke chapter 20, in verse, 21 or some, render unto Caesar, something like that. Luke 20, you see that? All right, read it.
Luke chapter 20 and verse 21. And they asked him, saying, Master, we know that thou sayest and teachest rightly, neither acceptest thou.
Start at 20, watch this, bro. Read.
Verse 20. And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men.
So they sent forth spies that would act like they was just men, like they was righteous. They sent forth spies amongst Christ to try to incriminate him. You understand? So they stooped down so low as to dress people up to make it seem like they was cut from a righteous cloth to try to incriminate Christ, to make it seem as if he was teaching people to go against the government, which was at that time ran by Rome, Caesar, right? So they would feign themselves just men, go ahead,
that they might take hold of his words, so they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the governor.
So they were trying to get Christ caught up. Right. You trying to teach that we ain't got to do this and do that? I bet. Next thing you know, you have the right to remain silent. Da-da-da. You understand? Read on.
And they asked him, saying, Master, we know that thou sayest and teachest rightly, neither acceptest thou the person of any, but teachest the way of God truly. Is it lawful for us to give tribute unto Caesar or no?
Right, so they asked him, they built it up. They were like, we know you're a righteous man and you don't care about this and this and that, right? So, is it lawful for us, being the Israelites, being our people, and you supposed to be the Messiah, do we still gotta pay taxes to the white man? Or do we really not gotta do that no more? Right? Go ahead.
But he perceived their craftiness and said unto them, why tempt ye me?
Why you trying to tempt me? Why you trying to get me caught up? He saw right through him. Go ahead.
Show me a penny.
Do what?
Show me a penny.
Show me a penny now. Penny. Now, the money that you work hard for, the money that you use to buy the things that you need, right? It's the US dollar, right? Right. Pennies, quarters, nickels. So show me a penny. You got a dollar on you or a penny? Yeah. Let me see it real quick.
Look it up.
Christ said, show me that's good, that's good. Now, is that this right here, this Jesse Jackson? This here Jesse Jackson? No, this is Andrew Jackson. This ain't Jesse Jackson. Right. You know what I'm saying? This ain't your uncle, this ain't your papa. Right. This is a slave master.
That's right.
Right? So Christ said, show me a penny, go ahead.
Whose image and superscription hath it?
So who face on this dollar? The white man, our enemy. Read.
They answered and said, Caesar's.
Right, this is the new generation Caesar. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the thing which be Caesar's, and unto God the things which be God.
Right, so he said, listen, when it comes to dealing with his currency, it's his. Right. This land is his. He stole it, but God gonna judge him for that. That's right. This is a part of our punishment, right? So if we want businesses on his land, we want houses on his land, and he say, I need this percentage, you got to render unto him what is his.
That's right.
This money is his. This land is his. Now, when it come to God, we working for the kingdom of heaven, which is eternal, which is immortal. That's something that we cannot physically see yet, per se, right? The work that we do for that don't got nothing to do with the white man. We don't owe him anything as it pertains to what we truly laboring for. But when it comes to the stuff of this world that the white man is in control of, we're going to have to break them off. You understand that? Now give me Acts 5 real quick. Then whoever can come back. Acts chapter 5, read verse 36.
Acts chapter 5 and verse 36. For before these days rose up Thaddeus, boasting himself to
37. Watch this.
Verse 37. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing.
So once upon a time, you had a brother, right, one of our people that rose up in the days of the taxing. And he was from Galilee. He was from the place where Jesus' daddy was from, right? So he was trying to influence the people like, man, you ain't got to go down there and do that and pay them, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go pay Caesar. You can be sovereign. Go ahead.
And drew away much people.
And he got a lot of people to follow him. Like, damn, yeah, you right. We the Israelites, we ain't got to pay the white man. We ain't got to pay the man, fight the power, right? He got a lot of followers. Go ahead.
And drew away much people after him. He also perished.
He what?
He also perished.
He died. Go ahead.
And all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed.
Meaning that sovereignty movement fell apart. Why? Because it wasn't of God. Wow. God said, for your punishment and the one of all things, you got to serve them. You trying to do your own thing and all that, trying to remix it, it's not going to prosper. Right. You're going to perish. Your movement going to fall apart. That's what happened to the Black Panther Party. Was they doing good stuff? Yes. But was they doing it in the name of God and righteousness? 100%? No, sir.
That's right.
That's why these movements, although they had good intentions, you know what they say, right? The path to hell is led with good intentions. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what we teach. We teach to bring ourselves in subjection to the word of God, because going outside of the word of God is what got us in this situation where we do got to go to the white man for this and this and this and that. The true way to overcome that and get out of a predicament where we got to go to them for a marriage license, driver license, so on and so forth, is to keep God's commandments and wake our people up.
That's right.
Then this, what we see right here, this going to be destroyed.
Bring it up.
And our kingdom going to be set up.
That's right.
You understand that? That answered your questions? Or you got some more? Okay, I'll pray to the Most High. Come up, bro.
What is a nation?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong.